We are nearing the halfway point of the month of October. It's October 14th of 2024. It's a Monday. I'm Dan Ramey, and he is Mr. Hand 2, which is appearing by face today. And
yes,
that is Aaron Glandon. Finally got to meet Aunt Ruth, or in your case, Grandma Ruth.
Foofy.
Saturday night. I'm sorry?
Foofy.
Foofy.
Yes.
Foofy. I had a cousin who they called Foof. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. Was her real name Ruth?
No, her name was Phyllis.
Ah.
I assume that they couldn't say, one of the kids couldn't say Phyllis.
Yeah.
So they probably called her Foofy.
That's how it came about in our family.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's funny how things happen. I remember Dave Armbruster, who has been a longtime radio producer of the Cincinnati Reds broadcasts on WLW. They called him Yid. And the reason they called him Yid was because his brother couldn't say David. And it stuck. And so they always called him Yid. So, Yid, if you're watching today, thanks for watching. Speaking of baseball producers, we're going to have a special edition today with a fellow from Chillicothe who was a baseball producer for a long time for the Texas Rangers. We'll tell you more about him coming up. After this show today, we're scheduled to visit with him about noon today here on Litter Media. Let's take a look at our forecast as we jump into the work week. Of course, today is a day off. Details about that in just a bit. Well, partly cloudy conditions. There is a chance of rain for you tomorrow, but outside of that, it's going to be cooler. Temperatures in the upper 50s for the highs for the first portion of the week. In fact, right into, I think, Friday, it's going to be a little bit warmer. But other than that, we may as well expect to wear a jacket anywhere and everywhere you go during this week. And of course, we've got festivals coming up this weekend. We'll tell you more about those in the news on the way in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about our friends at Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. You've probably kicked that air conditioner on or turned it off and flipped it over to heat here the last couple of weeks. Accurate is who you need to check with if there's a problem. Your trusted comfort advisor, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How do you reach them? Well, just click on this ad wherever you see it on our website. That's littermedia.com. It takes you to their website, which is accuratehvac.com.
Wherever you are there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. Haynes Total Healthcare Center, located at One Health Drive, just off Marietta Road here in Chillicothe, is celebrating 50 years of cracking backs, making sure your neck feels better, and the whole deal. They've got physical therapy that they have done. They have helped me get back from my back issues that I had during the summer, and nutritional help for you, too. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It takes you to hayneshealth.com. While you're at littermedia.com, you'll be able to follow along with some of the news stories we have for you today. Not only the news stories, but links to all of our social media, Spotify, along with, good golly, what else do we have? YouTube and everything else. It's all available right there on our website, isn't it?
It is.
And Litter Media Radio as well.
And kicking off the news today is Columbus Day, along with Indigenous Peoples Day. Most federal, state, and local government agencies are closed today, but we're not. We're still bringing you beneficial news that you can use.
Precisely. We have dedicated ourselves to doing this, even on days that you don't have school or what. Well, I think some of the kids are in school today.
I know Aidan doesn't have school.
Is that right?
But I think they might be the only ones.
Okay. Well, they're warriors.
Yes.
So, Indigenous people. There you go. Dance for Kids' Sake 2024 was fantastic at OU Chillicothe inside the Shoemaker Center. There you see Gregory Rout. He was one of the winners. And we have a number of people that are highlighted here. You can see a complete recap of the show on our YouTube channel. I like this. This is after they dance, they go out and they get more cash from their supporters. And there you see Emma Domo going at it. There's Yvonne Hooks, who was one of the dancers, along with her dance professional. And there, of course, is your mailman downtown.
Yes.
He's retired now, but he and his wife putting on a nice exhibition there. They were the kids champions in regards to their what the kids liked. There's Danny Boggs, the deal doctor. He had a wardrobe malfunction. He, for whatever reason, could not get his arm through his
I saw that. He was struggling to get his arm through there.
That's the group from Medina Pike. They were fantastic, and jumping in there is a big, giant group. We've got these guys from Kenworth. That is Obadiah Harris and his wife, Andrea, and our Kiss on the Night. There you go. This was just a fantastic show. There is your cousin Carter, Dragon on the right in the gold shirt, and on the left is Gwen. And they ended up being the children's champions. Those are the ones that raised the most money. And we're talking $84,000 has been raised, and it's probably going to be higher than that, as we learned with our chat with Erin Alsop after everything. And there she is with her lovely staff, and just a fantastic show. Thank you for everyone who donated and helped support. You can still donate as well. Right up to November 1st, just go to bbbssco.org. That's the website for Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Central Ohio, and you'll be able to make your contribution right there.
And you and Aaron also have been joking about getting me to do this next year.
There's no joking, buddy.
I mentioned this to my fiance,
and she's all in.
I thought that she would be completely opposed to the idea because she's not really she doesn't like attention very much.
Yeah,
but she wants to do it.
Fantastic.
And so I don't know how I feel about that.
Did you see Erin yesterday at church and say, "Yeah, we're going to do it"?
I did not see her. No.
You did not? Okay, I'll let her know.
You don't need to do that.
To Debbie Bettendorf. She was the co-MC with me. She's been fantastic. We've been doing this now together for 7 years, and really appreciate the help. And if you want to learn more, just go again to our post-dance wrap-up show, which you'll find at Litter Media's YouTube channel and Litter Media on Facebook.
Yes. If you've ever thought about U.S. presidential election campaigns of the past, check out this temporary exhibit at the McKell Library featuring campaign memorabilia from the 19th century to the present. McKell Library is open 1 to 5 p.m. on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. In the 19th century, that's the 1800s. I know that confuses some people.
Mm-hmm. And you think that politics is dirty now with mudslinging left and right. Wait till you see this exhibit. I mean, you're going to see a lot of buttons and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool. The old ribbons and things like that they used to wear. But if you ever read some of the editorial cartoons that they have had in previous years, they would go at it, man.
Yeah, they would.
So decorum has not always been there politically.
And then you're just sitting in Ford Theater watching a play, and the worst happens to you.
Yeah, we don't want to go to that part of the story at all. Ohio State Marshal, that is Fire Marshal, Kevin Reardon, has lifted the ban on open burning that was initially ordered on September 6th due to the extremely dry conditions we had across much of the state. While this is the case on the total ban, the season ban on burning it stays right in place. Fall months still applies between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And that's when you can't burn, right?
That's when you can burn.
Right.
Yes.
You can burn from 6 to 6?
Yes. You can't burn after 6, right? Because why would you be burning at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, you burn in the evening. You have a little bonfire. That's when you make the s'mores.
Okay.
You don't do it before 6 p.m.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm still operating on short sleep from over the weekend. So let me step back and say the total ban, the season ban on burning for the fall month still applies between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Yes. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has signed an executive order directing temporary assistance for needy families program funding to initiatives that will assist struggling families, support children, and encourage workforce development. Out of the 12 agencies to receive funding, many impact counties in our region. Learn more in our website story on littermedia.com.
Ross County Health District's 2024 Tire Drive is this coming Saturday, 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. at the Ross County Fairgrounds. So if you've got tires you need to get rid of, there's a limit of 10 car tires per vehicle. And you can check out their Facebook page event for more info that you'll see what we're showing on the screen right here. For those of you that are listening on Litter Media Radio, just go to their Facebook page.
The Ross County Historical Society will host a scavenger hunt for area families on November 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fees for junior members is free, while non-members will be $10. Call the Ross County Historical Society for signups.
Aidan Mansion and Gardens is hosting Creative Chaos. That's coming up Saturday, November 9th. It's a day of creativity and community gathering. This in-person event is perfect for the craft enthusiasts of all levels. Just bring your supplies and projects to work on while enjoying the mansion and the garden's beautiful surroundings. Reservations and advance payment are also required. It may be done so online at aidinamansion.com or by emailing AidinaInfo, that is info@aidinamansion.com. Or simply pick up the phone and give them a call, 740-772-1500. Well, this week we've got the Circleville Pumpkin Show and we've got the Fall Feast, the Fall.
You did
Festival,
it again.
Almost did it. Fall Festival of Leaves. And yesterday at rehearsal, the girls getting ready for the Queen's Pageant, which I will be emceeing this Thursday. This will take place in Bainbridge, of course. And the Circleville Pumpkin Show has their Miss Pumpkin Show contest Thursday evening as well. And we're working on making sure you'll be able to watch that on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page. Either one of those, we'll try and get it worked out. Or maybe even our website at littermedia.com. But the girls were all ready yesterday. There's a handful of them that participated in previous years. This is Vivian. Her mom runs the pageant. And she was filling in for one of the girls who had to step out early. But she'll probably be on stage one of these days. So looking forward to this event. Always a lot of fun to get together with the girls. And the one in the middle, leading right there, that is Clarissa Burns. She is the reigning Miss Fall Festival of Leaves.
I see.
And her reign ends this Thursday evening. But she'll get a nice scholarship check, which is good. Our road report talks about a landslide repair project. This is taking place on State Route 772 in Pike County, south of State Route 124. Work is occurring daily for this construction. One lane of traffic will be maintained using temporary signals for the duration of the project, which is expected to be completed this fall. Coming up, a look at sports. We've got a number of things going on with the tournament season already up and running now for volleyball and soccer. Of course, tennis state championships are this week. We've got kids going up to Worcester for that. And golf action. Details coming up. But first, Scioto Valley Dumpsters. If you need a dumpster for whatever you're doing, whether it be cleaning up at the Fall Festival of Leaves or you've got something going on at work and you need a dumpster for whatever it might be, residential or business, 740-253-8389 is the number to call. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Time for sports, and we start with our high school roundup for you, and this guy won it all. Lucasville Valley's Cameron Phillips won the Division III Individual State Golf Championship on Saturday with a 137 over 2 rounds of play. He fired a 66 on Friday, not quite as good on Saturday, but it was good enough to win 71 on Saturday and a 7 under par for the weekend. Congratulations, Cameron Phillips.
Is that 9 holes or 18 holes?
That's 18 holes.
Wow. I've never shot below 100, I don't think.
On 9 holes?
Yeah. I'm very bad at golf.
That's the first hole. Let's move on to the next one.
Westfall boys and girls golf teams are playing the final round of the D2 state championships today. Sunday's opening round has Westfall girls in 6th place with Paige Weiss 3rd individually. West Union team is 12th. The Ironton Tigers boys are 10th and Westfall boys 12th after round 1.
Chillicothe High School junior golfer Aidan Cook has been named to the Junior Ohio Cup rookie team.
Aidan Fischer. That's a Mike Smith mistake on there.
Oh, is that right? What did I say?
You said Aidan Cook.
Aidan Cook. Yes.
But it's not your fault.
It is Aidan Fischer. Well, it is my fault because I know it's Aidan Fischer. But he is on part of the group that's going to be playing, I believe, on October 18th and 19th. So this Friday and Saturday they're playing as well. So congratulations to you there, Aidan, and good luck in your performance.
Several area high school cross-country conference championships were held on Saturday, with team and individual titles awarded in the FAC, SVC, MSL Buckeye, and SOC. Chillicothe boys and Miami Trace girls won FAC team crowns. Unyota swept the SVC team titles, with the boys claiming their 10th consecutive SVC championship and 23rd in school history. Team championships went to Fairfield Union boys and girls and the MSL Buckeye, while SOC 1 titles go to Eastern boys and South Webster girls, and SOC 2 titles to Waverly boys and Waverly girls. Get a full rundown of each conference on our website story at littermedia.com.
And to look at our Saturday high school scoreboard, volleyball and soccer for you. Chillicothe, a winner over Huntington, and Bloom Carroll taking Big Walnut. And that's all regular season play. Their postseason stuff begins tonight. Boys soccer, Westfall, along with St. Trace, Chillicothe, Logan, all picking up wins. A 3-3 tie for Amanda, Clear Creek, and River Valley. Liberty Union, Jonathan Alder, and Sheridan picks up wins in boys soccer. On the girls' side, it was Grandview Heights, Logan Elm, Pickerington Central, and St. Trace, a winner over Circleville.
And high school volleyball tournament play gets underway tonight with D3 and D4 first-round matches. This includes Chillicothe at Miami Trace and Unyota at Athens in D3, and D4 matches of Vinton County at Waverly, Washington at Gallia, McLean at Hillsborough, and Jackson at Alexander. Soccer gets underway later this week, but keep an eye on our score page on our website, and Mike will get that updated for you.
In fact, I think some of the soccer matches begin tonight.
Yes.
So, details more on that on our website.
Volleyball gets underway tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
He threw a correction in later saying there's a soccer match tonight. So.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. The Cleveland Guardians, they rallied from a 2-1 series deficit to beat the Detroit Tigers 7-3 and make their way to the American League Divisional Series and into the Championship Series against the Yankees. Game 1 is tonight in the Big Apple at 7 p.m. It'll be the best of 7 series. Of course, many people are looking for it to be the Yankees and the Mets, another Subway Series.
Right.
But last night, from what I understand, the Dodgers did in the Mets in the first game of the NLCS. So they'll have some comebacking to do.
Dodgers used to be in Brooklyn.
That's true.
So it all ties together.
In some fashion. And Cleveland is the one we want to mess it all up.
Yes. Ohio State fell short at Oregon on Saturday in a battle of top 3 teams as the Ducks beat the Buckeyes 32-31.
Yeah, that was a close ball game. And I want to say Ohio State slipped down to number 5, I believe it is, in the AP poll. And maybe that's the coaches poll. But usually when you have a top 5 team playing another top 5 team and there's a loss, you usually lose about 3 spaces.
Yeah.
And when you think about that, this was a 1-point game, and Bucks could have won it if quarterback Will Howard would have slid sooner.
Yeah.
But he did not. And next thing you know, there's ducks all over the place. They were climbing all over the football field.
Yeah. Ohio University held off Central Michigan in a 27-25 victory after the Bobcats blew a 24-0 lead. That's something.
Yeah.
Why'd they do that?
Central Michigan just started coming back. But it takes a field goal, and the Bobcats win.
Yes.
See, I like it when they do this because they give you your money's worth.
Yeah, they do.
They get you all the way to the end of the game, then win it. All right, cool. Very good. Unlike the Browns, who fell short to the Eagles yesterday, 20-16, their injury issues continue. It seems to set the tone for the game. First quarter, the backup center goes down.
Yeah.
And so, once again, the offensive line not together. Meanwhile, Bengals fans have finally got a win to talk about as they pick up the win over the Giants. They've got the Big Apple on there, which is kind of cute, but let's remember these games are actually played in New Jersey, right?
I think yes.
It seems like the stadium's in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Do the Giants and the Jets share a stadium?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, that's it for sports. We've got more for you again on our website tonight, littermedia.com, to catch up with all the scores from the high school action with their postseason tournaments. This is the difficult time of the year. That's where you win and you advance, or you lose and you put the uniforms in mothballs.
Right.
So we'll see how things go. This date in history will take us back to 1947. Details coming up.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable people, reliable service. I always say that backwards when I am not looking at the paper. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people for Litter Quality Propane.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good.
For this station history, we turn the clock back to 1947. U.S. Air Force Captain Chuck Yeager becomes the first person to fly faster than the speed of sound. Yeager, born in Myra, West Virginia in 1923, was a combat fighter during World War II. He flew 64 missions over Europe. He shot down 13 German planes and was himself shot down over France, but he escaped capture with the assistance of the French underground. After the war, he was among several volunteers chosen to test fly the experimental X-1 rocket plane built by the Bell Aircraft Company, the BAC, not ABC, to explore the possibility of supersonic flight, and doggone it if he didn't pull it off. Chuck Yeager, the fastest man in the world.
And as we know, when you break the sound barrier, there's a sonic boom.
Yes.
What would happen if you broke the light barrier.
Ooh.
Just something to think about.
You would probably evaporate.
You'd create a black hole. Yeah.
Would be my guess. Yeah. Never raised that question in science class. There were times where one of my fellow students had missed several days of school due to illness, and he was my lab partner. And so to help him catch up, I would go up and I would visit with Mr. Edsel, our 8th grade science teacher, and ask him certain questions to help my lab partner catch up with time.
Right.
There would be questions like, how high is up? And he would go through and he would give me all the response to how high up is. It would take 15 minutes. And then I'd say, well, if that's the case, how far is down?
Our math teacher in high school, if we got him talking about time travel, we could burn an entire period.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. You find someone who is passionate about something, and then you just kind of tap into it when you need to. And it sounds like some teachers are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can go on all day about, I know some that could go on all day about Taylor Swift, but it benefits you nothing.
Right.
Unless you happen to be a Taylor Swift fan. All right, that's it for today's daily program. We do have a special edition coming your way about noon today, so sit close for that. Chillicothe native will be joining us by way of Texas. Details coming up at noon today here on another edition of Litter Media Live. We'll see you tomorrow.